Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be reviewing Four Gates KELVIN Collaboration 5. How will it hold up? Stay tuned and find out. Welcome back. Today, like I said, we're going to be talking about Four Gates KELVIN Collaboration number 5. I was able to luckily get one of these from Sealbox. I have last year's, which I'm going to compare, which is the KELVIN Collaboration 4. But this one here is a blend of 7 to 8-year-old Kentucky straight bourbons, 9-year-old also, finished in Australian Mariposa sherry cask and Anejo dark rum casks. Well, me, I love dark rums. One of my favorite is the Flora de Cana 18-year-old. It's a delicious rum. It runs about 40 or 50 bucks. It's really good. But this one here is a limited release, as usual. It is 117 proof, and it is a mash bill of 75% corn, 20% rye, 5% malted barley. That is the 7 and 8-year-old whiskey. The 9-year-old is a 78% corn, a 10% rye, and a 12% malted barley. So now, like I've always said, great about the history. What's the juice like inside? So let's get right off the rip and get into a nose. Oh, man. You ever had an almond biscotti? When you open it up, the first time you open up, you get that pungent whiff of the almonds and the bready note from the biscotti. That's what this has off the rip. She's light, but she's got some legs. I get like a dark fruit, almost like a dark raspberry. That's just about on the cusp of being no good. It has a beautiful nose. You can see I only had one pour out of this. I like to let it set for a little bit before I get into a neck pour. So this has been sitting out along with the other KELVIN Collaboration 4 for about 15-20 minutes. Let's get into our taste. Oh, that is a thick, just massive mouthfeel. Oh, you get that. You definitely get like a spiciness, almost like dark chocolate with a little bit of pepper, but not a lot of pepper, just like a gentle pepper. That it's vicious, thick all over your mouth, which I love. I like a whiskey or a bourbon that has a little bit of punch to a little bit of legs. That way you can kind of taste it. That finish is still going. The Kentucky hug is here. You definitely can feel this, the 117 proof. Glad I had a couple early bourbons to kind of prime the pumps. But yeah, you definitely can feel that right in here. But it's not a burn. It's not like acid reflux. It's just warming. I mean, oops. I can feel the ears tingling a little bit. Let's get in for another taste. Now I'm getting that vanilla note, a little bit of caramel, but that spicy note, that right on the back end. I get a little bit of the sherry, but not a lot. The rum, the thickness of a rum, a good, really good rum, that I'm getting definitely in my mouth. It's very thick, layered, heavy, but right in the back is just as it goes over the mid palate down the throat. That's where you get that little Kentucky burn going down. But again, it's not overpowering. It's very pleasant. So I want to see how it compared to last year's KELVIN Collaboration 4, which was one of my favorites, which is this one here. This one is 111.7 proof, and it is a Rye. It's a straight bourbon and straight rye whiskeys, finished in Australian tawny port and Barbadian dark rum casks. So again, it has that the dark rum notes. But this one, like I said, this one here is the sherry cask. This one here is tawny port, which I'm a huge port fan, so I like the Sandman port. So let's get in a quick nose. Oh yeah, see, that's almost strawberry. It almost has like a strawberry note to it. This one here is about the same with the legs, but to me, this one seems a little bit darker than this one does. I mean, even if looking at the bottles here and here, it definitely does have a darker note. Oh yeah. For me, I mean, I like this. Don't get me wrong. It's very good. I'm sure once it gets past the shoulders, it's going to open up. But this Calvin Collaboration 4 is, oh man, that's delicious. That tawny port and that rum, they just blend so beautifully together. The sherry and the rum they're kind of competing, like who's going to be first, who's going to be second. This one here, it's a beautiful blend. Beautiful blend. So, like I've always said, find a whiskey, open the whiskey, enjoy the whiskey, because good whiskey is always meant to be shared. Thank you so much for watching. I'll talk with you guys soon.